What does Joe Jonas, James Bond, and Sylvester Stallone all have in common? Well, they're pretty cool guys, but they all own Aston Martins. That's right, Daniel Craig actually went out and bought this Aston Martin that we're talking about, the Vantage. Why does that matter? It really doesn't, but I think it's pretty cool. We're gonna be pitting it against the Porsche 911 GT3. One of my favorite cars, so I'm excited about this. So without further ado, let's get into it. As always with Paper Performance, we're gonna start off with the unique engines housed inside these vehicles, starting off with the Aston Martin Vantage that has a twin turbocharged 5.2 liter V12. We don't have that many V12, so this is a unique enough engine to get excited about. Now, Porsche engines are always something to behold because this one in the GT3 is a naturally aspirated 4 liter flat 6 that revs up to 9,000 RPM. Where else are you gonna get that? That's why I love it so much. So let's see what horsepower this thing puts down. Starting off with the Porsche, it is 502 horsepower, which is very respectable again for a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine. Aston Martin, though, does take it up a notch at 690 horsepower. It also takes it up a notch when it comes to the torque at 555. It's so easy to remember. Porsche does 346 foot-pounds of torque. Weight-wise, though, Porsche has been training for the track, and of course, it's going to be nice and slim for you to take it around those corners at 3,222 pounds versus the Aston Martin, which is more for like grand touring, not very much of a track car at all, at 3,960 pounds. Easily going to the Porsche in this category. Peak horsepower, again, easily goes to the Porsche because we know that thing revs up to 9,000 RPM, meaning the peak horsepower is made at 8,400 versus the 6,500 from the Aston Martin. It's glorious, beautiful. Peak torque, though, the tide has changed. Aston Martin makes it way down low at 1,800 versus the peak torque of Porsche at 6,100. Clearly going to the Aston Martin in this case. Now, we always love the 0 to 60 time. This is my favorite part of the video. Before we get to there, I want to go ahead and give you guys the power to weight ratio of these vehicles. I think that's very important, and I want to see what you guys guess which one gets to 0 to 60 faster. Starting off with the Aston Martin, 1.74 horsepower per 10 pounds. So every 10 pounds, you get 1.74 horsepower, where the Porsche per 10 pounds is only 1.55. All right. Now, here's something to keep in mind though. Porsche has its engine in the rear. It's not in the middle, it's in the rear. So it's hanging off the back end of the car. This allows it to shit and get, as they say, and really put down fantastic times when it comes to 0 to 60 speeds, which we're gonna get to right now. 2.7 seconds. 2.7 seconds for a naturally aspirated vehicle. This is fantastic. I really do enjoy this. I do want to put it in perspective because I think the Corvette does it. I know I keep talking about that, but the Stingray, the base Stingray, does it in 2.8 seconds, as far as I remember. Aston Martin does it in 3.2. So the fact that they have more horsepower and more torque doesn't always mean, and a better power to weight ratio doesn't always mean you'll get off the line better. Porsche obviously proves this. Next, we have the quarter-mile time where it does flip because Porsche doesn't have that power and torque to keep carrying it down the line at 10.9 seconds for the quarter-mile time, while Aston Martin does it in 10.7 seconds. Clearly going to Aston Martin in this case. Price is a huge difference, and this is what I enjoy the most about this lineup. The Aston Martin, of course, you're buying the brand. You're buying a great machine, an amazing, unique machine. And it comes with a hefty price tag of $300,000, where the Porsche 911 GT3 comes in at a starting price of $163,000. Almost half the amount. Now, this is a starting price for both of them, of course. So obviously you're gonna add some additionals and stuff like that. Used market is completely different. Hopefully you can actually get a GT3. I heard that they're extremely hard to get. So markups are gonna be ridiculous. But to have that much performance, that quarter-mile time is very close, 0.2 seconds off. I'm still gonna give it to Aston Martin because that's the right thing to do. Like, this is a moral, ethical dilemma. What should we do? Which billion-dollar companies, these billion-dollar companies, we need to make sure we represent them correctly. Yeah, so Aston Martin definitely gets the quarter-mile time. 0 to 60 time goes to the Porsche. I would personally take the Porsche any day of the week. I think the Aston Martin Vantage looks great. I think it's a cool brand to actually have. But Porsche is right up there with it, to me, when it comes to brand recognition. And the 911 GT3 is just a beautiful, fantastic, and amazing car. And it is track focused. Not like the GT3 RS, but still close enough. So yeah, which one would you guys get? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like these type of videos, let me know by giving this video a like and subscribing for new content. Again, I'm gonna tell you that we are coming out with a new series called Making Beaters Better. It's gonna be in the future, where I start upgrading cars I already have, beater cars. For example, my 2004 Chevy Silverado, which we're gonna turn into a Baja trophy truck or pre-runner, depending on how much I put into it, but we'll see. So if you wanna see that, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching these videos. As always, respect the speed, enjoy the journey, and love those around you. See you guys next time.